In the previous video, we made a simple door that can swing along a vertical axis. In this video, we're going to look at how to use limits to constrain this motion further so that our door behaves more realistically. Now once again, I'm going to separate my door from its frame so that we can see the attachments. Then, I'm going to select the constraint by clicking on this red line. In its properties, let's turn on Limits Enabled. Now, around the first attachment of the joint, we're going to see this little arc. This arc shows how much motion the constraint will allow. Now, depending on how you built your door, this arc may be inside the frame itself. If that's the case, no worries, you can just use the rotate tool to rotate the attachment, which is also going to rotate this arc. Now let's look at this arc to understand what it does. Notice that the arc is around this orange line coming out of the attachment. This line is called the up axis of the attachment, and both of our attachments are going to have one. What limits on hinge will do is make sure that the orange line from the second attachment stays inside of this arc. This means we have to be careful which direction these orange lines are pointed initially. Now if we have the lines pointed to each other like this, when we run our game and nudge our door, the whole part is going to snap because it wants to make sure that the line, that orange line, is inside of that arc. In this case, we need to make sure that these lines are pointed in the same direction before we run the game. So we'll just use the rotate tool to fix that. And now if we try our door, it can only swing open a little bit. There are two more things that we should look at to understand hinge limits. First, we can configure the angle of this arc by changing the upper and lower angle here in its properties. In this case, I'm going to set them to be pretty wide, say from -80 to 80 degrees, and we can see that the arc gets wider. Now keep in mind you don't have to set the limits the same amount each direction. For example, if we set only one of these to 0, the door would only be able to swing one way. Now the last thing to look at is restitution. This number says how bouncy a constraint will be at the edge of its limits. Right now this number is at 0, meaning that the door won't bounce when it's fully open, and it will stay put unless it's pushed again in the other direction. Now this number can be anywhere between 0 and 1, so in this case let's put it somewhere in the middle, around 0.5, to give it a bit of a bounce when it's fully open. So now if we push open the door in our game, it's going to reflect back a bit when it reaches its end. Now in the next video, we're going to look at how to use a different type of constraint, in this case a spring, to automatically close our door for us.